Good morning. This is Patrick McCullough, forecaster here at the National Weather Service office in San Angelo. Look at the upcoming forecast across West Central Texas. And we're really going to focus on the possibility of the winter storm and the winter storm timing starting late Wednesday into Thursday. A couple things to keep in mind as we talk, though. Again, this forecast that we're giving you will absolutely change. We've still got 48 hours. Still trying to figure out the exact timing of the cold front arriving into the area, as well as the timing of the precipitation starting. So don't get hung up on the specifics of any of these graphics we're getting ready to go over. These are just sort of an initial first look. Keep that in mind, especially if you have travel plans or any other critical plans that weather may affectly direct. At least it gives you a first guess with the understanding that you're going to want to stay tuned to later forecast as well. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll certainly be fine-tuning the timing, winter weather precipitation type, any possible accumulations, any impacts on roads or for schools or businesses coming up. So stay tuned and we'll head into it. I think at least for most of the day on Wednesday, I think most of the area will certainly see a just a rain and maybe a cold rain as the front arrives and temperatures begin to drop. I think by late in the day, from Sweetwater over toward Abilene, northward across the big country, we may start to see a little bit of some sleet or maybe even some freezing rain to begin to mix in. And that's really the start of our winter weather precipitation. As the cold air works its way southward, temperatures begin to drop area-wide. So I think by we get into Wednesday evening, we'll see areas from the Concho Valley over into the heartland start to see maybe a wintry mix of some cold rain, maybe some sleet, and maybe some freezing rain to begin to develop. Again, farther north across the big country, temperatures continue to fall even more, and we'll start to see more of a mix of some sleet and snow, and this is probably when we'll start to see a little bit of accumulation possibly begin to develop across the big country. We go after midnight Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That wintry mix expands south, again, maybe toward the Interstate 10 corridor. Again, may not be ice at that point, maybe a wintry mix of some rain, sleet, and maybe some freezing rain. Further north, across the Concho Valley, heartland, again, maybe you start to see a little more sleet and snow and a little less freezing rain. Again, maybe a little of accumulation starting to develop at that point across the Concho Valley and heartland. Further north across the big country, this is probably the timing when we'll see the best chances for any type of sleet or snow accumulation. As we start to see more of that sleet start to change over to some snow by early Thursday morning. And then as we go into Thursday after sunrise to the morning hours, maybe into the noon hour or so, I think we'll start to see the precipitation begin to taper off, although it'll probably be tapering off as some light snow or some snow flurries across a big portion of the area. Again, any accumulations is still a big question at this point. I think the best chances for any accumulation at all through the whole winter storm will be the big country, Sweetwater, Abilene, north toward Haskell and Throckmorton. Certainly possible further south into the Concho Valley and heartland, maybe even likely, but just trying to pin down whether that's going to be a little bit of freezing rain, a little bit of sleet, or maybe some snow. We may have to wait till later in the day, Monday, or into Tuesday morning before we can kind of pin down some of that. But so, again, this is your first look at our thoughts this early Monday morning. Certainly this forecast will change, and we'll be able to pin down, again, some of the impacts, some of the totals, and some of the timing as we head over the next 24 to 48 hours. Thank you, and we'll continue to keep you updated.